Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokoman here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 21 career mode here with Bayer Leverkusen. We kick off the episode with a sale of Lucas Vazquez. And now we are going to try and get over as quickly as possible the defeat there to Bayern Munich. And the 3-point gap is there. We play third in the league in the start of the episode, Hertha Berlin, who have a very good squad. They've improved massively. And I'd like to get a... I don't want to click on that. I'd like to get a victory here in this one. I'd like to bounce back well and keep proving how good we are as a team. Just keep proving how good of a squad we have. I'm actually going to play the Croatian connection up top today. Kramaric and Rebic. We are going to play basically a full-strength side. And we're going to start Diaby there at Cam. I think he deserves it. Amiri and Palacios. Arnold Hermoso and Jonathan Tah. Wagnerman will be out for Arias, and Oliveira will start as well, and that will be the full-strength squad. We're kind of gagging to get Santos back, but they've got Alisson, Playe, Gomez, Golovin. They've just got a strong squad. They've got Kovacic as well now. It's not an easy game, this one, actually. It's a very difficult game, and they're playing the exact same formation with us with this new slider set. Well, these new change sliders to make it more difficult. So let's just see what happens. This is going to be the first episode as well with 5-minute episodes, so it'll give us a good opportunity to see if these episodes are still as long as I'd like, or if we can fit another game in, or I don't know. The world is our oyster. Well, it's going to be a snowy affair in this one, boys, but at least it is a home game for us in against Hertha Berlin. It's still only match day 14. We're still very early on into the season. I just kind of want us to stamp our authority in the league as early as possible, as you would imagine. But the point gap is still only 3 points. But I'm looking at a few players now potentially in the transfer window, and I'm looking at maybe two, one of them being a centre mid. Basically, what we're going to do is just look for, and I mean rail talent. I'm also looking at strikers, and again, I'm just looking at one, and they will probably be an older striker, but be a striker that is extremely well known and just a really good talent. Kramaric and Rebic there together. Looking forward to seeing how those two link up. And that's kind of how we're going with it at the moment, and hopefully we can figure something out. And we're going to really get a good taste of Diaby in this one, because he didn't wow me in the last game, let's be honest, but his first game in at Cam, and he's up against Bayern Munich. So I'm not really going to slaughter the lad for his performance, because I don't think he was that bad. He just didn't really, he didn't create anything special, which kind of led you to think, oh, we kind of need that special player in those special moments to get the ball away there. It was a nice it was a nice try. So we'll see how he gets on in this one, though, against, again, another tough side. Hertha Berlin managing to establish themselves now as the third place team in this division at the moment, and that means that they're going to be very difficult to play against. Let's see how many crosses coming in this one as well. Bayern Munich actually played a lot of crosses. Well, they're coming forward now at Hertha. Let's see what they can do here. It's not bad play. Arias is in there, and he nicks the ball back, and that's lovely stuff by Arias, and he's going to set off Diaby here now, and this is where we get to see what Diaby can do. He is going to play the ball to Rebic. Rebic is going to make the run. What can he do? He's going to have to pull this back. He's going to pull it back and lift it to Diaby, who is the wrong man I wanted him to lift it to. It was Kramaric I wanted the ball to go to. Kramaric now finding Diaby. He surely shoved off the ball. Thank you. That's probably one of his biggest issues as well, is Diaby's not the strongest of fellows. He's not. But Maximilian Arnold here can score these. Let's be honest and let's remember, he can score these. And let's see if I can curl that one in. That curl was way too much. I mean, we've got a corner out of it, but I definitely put way too much curl on that. Good play there by Hertha as Gomez just pulls it wide. Nice football there. Gomez must have thought he was in. He's tried to curl it around the goalkeeper, but he's pulled that one wide. It's been a very even game so far. I love that about it, because we need more matches like this, I think, in the series. I said in the last episode, I really don't get any joy out of just stomping everyone. So even if it means that teams that potentially shouldn't be that difficult for us it will make it a bit more interesting. Now, once I get used to these sliders, the problem is once you get used to the sliders, I find you kind of get too good for them. And that's kind of the way it works, as Diaby now is making a wonderful one. Jonathan Ross there for a moment. Rebic is coming in here, and I thought he might have scored a goal just similar to Silas's in the last game. Diaby will play this back, though, in the end. There's not much movement there for us. Maximilian Arnold will play this forward again now. Palacios, Kramaric. They kind of stood off him a bit, but he took a touch that I didn't really want him to take. Amiri now will play this wide, and it's just kind of just playing around with the ball at this stage. Diaby now, though. Nice. To Kramaric. Not good enough. Not good enough. Amiri now asking for runners. He's found Diaby. It will come wide. Diaby now will look to whip that one in. towards Kramaric. He's not going to find it, but we're actually applying some pressure here. Palacios, surely. Oh my God, he's rattled the crossbar. He's rattled the crossbar. I thought that was going to be 1-0. Problem is, what does Kramaric do with it? There wasn't many options, so we will play the ball back. Maximilian Arnold now. Rebic. Diaby, great touch. Sorry, 1-0. That's what we want from Diaby. That is what we want. That is what we need from Diaby. And that is fantastic as he goes and celebrates with the fan. And he gets his first goal. I think it can. Maybe his second, actually. That could be true. But he's had a topsy-turvy season. It's not been great for him. And he's never really recovered from where Leon Bailey was. Oh, I need to look at Leon Bailey. That was requested. I do apologise, my guy. I will look at Leon Bailey. Imagine just reminding myself then when Diaby scores that I need to look on Leon Bailey. Yeah, we will look at him. I do apologise for that. I do try and do every request you guys have. I'll try and read every comment and reply to the comments, obviously, that warrant replies. And I do try and be as active with you guys as possible, and I appreciate the support. So I do apologise for forgetting to check him. But at half-time, 1-0 Bayer Leverkusen, scoring right on the cusp of half-time. And I think we've played fairly well, but it's been very competitive as the match. I've had to be on my A game. Well, Plie off. Piontek on. It just kind of shows you what kind of danger Hertha have on the bench. I'm pretty sure Piontek has scored past us before, so I wouldn't put it past him scoring against us again, let's be honest. But it just kind of shows you what kind of threat they are. They're not an easy side here for us to be taking on. This shouldn't be a dawdle, and I love that about it. That is poor, though. I think Palacios needs to do better there. Luckily, Maximilian Arnold had got himself in that position. And he is a king in this position, just defending in front of there. And he's done fantastically. Kramaric now. Rebic, what can Arnold do? He needs options, though, doesn't he? He needs more options than what he's got. He's going to play that ahead to Rebic, though. He's done bloody fantastic there, hasn't he? I'm lost for words because you don't expect that from him. Oh, I tried to play it through to Diaby, just couldn't find him. I thought that was going to be 2-0 then for a brief moment. Also, Kyle Walker there, going to Bayern Munich, because they need to get stronger, don't they? Bayern Munich, Kyle Walker. I mean, he's got to be, what now, 32 maybe? But he's going to be playing at Bayern Munich, I suppose, to see his career out. Mayer now, they've managed to get it into Golovin. Golovin's touch wasn't fantastic. Jonathan Tah will win this back. Go on, Jonathan Tah. What an absolute man. What a man as well. He's still going, he's Jonathan Tah. He's got Rebic. And if Rebic gets a decent touch, Rebic does get a decent touch to finish the game off, surely. What a man Jonathan Tah is. What a man he is. Unbelievable, Jeff. Ante Rebic getting a goal, and I said I'm never going to slag that man down again, and he's managed to get himself a goal. His first touch was key, though, just to take him far enough forward that he wasn't going to be caught. Well, with that, we're going to make a triple sub. You know, Diaby's going to come off, and we're going to bring off Kramaric as well. Paulinho's coming on. We've made some good moves there, I think, and it'll just shore stuff. Well, it won't shore stuff up. That's the wrong word to use, Yorkie. But it'll just give these younger players a bit of an opportunity, as we like to do, and rest up Kramaric, because we've got some big games, and we've got Liverpool coming up, obviously. I know we're going to sim that game because, you know, the Champions League is already done and dusted, but I still wouldn't mind us getting a good result. When you look at how the season's going, if you're the Hertha Berlin bench, surely you're not excited by the prospect of Silas Wamamatuga coming on the pitch. Paulinho's done beautifully there. He's found Rebic. What can Rebic do? Paulinho again. Oh! That was close. Amiri now finds Arnold. Arnold finds Silas Wamamatuga. Back to Arnold. Rebic. Lovely play. Amiri. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. That was superb football, that was. Total football, you could call it. And it was nearly 3-0. I'm liking it, though, honestly. This hasn't been an easy match. I know we're 2-0 to the good, but they've actually been very difficult to deal with. They've had a little bit more possession than the smaller sides usually would have, and I like that. Well, Maxi Gomez there, playing it to Rongier. Golovin now. Let's see what they can do. That is beautiful. Duvan Zapata has been on the pitch a matter of moments. He's made it 2-1. And this should make us nervy because this game is not over. And I do not want a draw here. Look at this play. This is lovely. He just slides it in. And maybe Stokowska could do better there, but it's one of those. Well, there we go, boys. We managed to hold out. And it will be a 2-1 victory here for Leverkusen. And really a hard-fought 2-1 victory against third in the league. And lovely for us, though, to get that win, bounce back after the Bayern Munich result. The games aren't easy for us in this episode because we play Dortmund as well after this one. I'm going to change the side up here to play against Liverpool. Hopefully we'll get a decent result, of course. We're going to play Rebic and Kramaric up top again, actually. We're going to play Almada as our cam. The centre midfield won't change too much. Hermoso and Perez, because I want to give Perez a lot of game time. This is improving. I won't play Wendell. We'll play Wendell against Borussia Dortmund, simply because of the sim. Let's quick sim it and let's see what happens here. All fingers crossed. We win it. We win 2-1. Almada with a double. Firmino scored in the 3rd minute, but Almada at the double. We definitely didn't deserve it, but we'll take it. And it'll be interesting now because I think we'll get to see pretty much instantly. I might have to fast forward a little bit. Let's get to the Dortmund game and we'll see who we've got in the Champions League. I'm feeling like it's PSG. Because I don't know why else they'd show me the PSG tag. Let's have a look. No, it's Olympique Lyonnais. So we've actually been handed... Now, I don't want to say this too soon, because we could lose it. We've actually been handed a relatively comfortable game in terms of none of the real big sides to play. So I'm really happy with that. Real big game now for us against Borussia Dortmund at Signal Iduna Park. This is not going to be easy. They got a great squad. We already know it. I'm looking at Julian Brandt as well. Maybe bringing Julian Brandt back would be a good idea. I think you guys have mentioned him a little bit, and I just think it would be a great idea to bring him back. And what we're going to absolutely do right now, before we do this, is look at Leon Bailey. So Leon, the man himself, is still at Arsenal, 88 rated now. And, wow, he's a beast, isn't he? He is a beast. Again, I don't really know how much he plays for Arsenal or whatnot. I'm imagining he's played a lot for him to reach 88. And maybe we'll play Arsenal. Maybe we'll come up against Arsenal and our ex-player, Leon Bailey. Right, so after re-picking the squad again, we're ready to go against Borussia Dortmund. But I knew if I didn't check Bailey, I'd forget again. And then I'd just feel like an awful human being the next time I remembered. Well, I love this bit where we're looking at Erling Haaland take penalties early in the game. I'll take shots. He scored 3 in his last 3, I think that said. I wasn't looking at it properly. It's going to be snowy here. This is going to be a wonderful winter wonderland match here against Dortmund. Games don't get easier for us, boys. They really don't, because that match there against Hertha was difficult. This one's going to be just as difficult. We're away as well in this one, and we could really do with a win. The interesting thing I find here, when we come up against Dortmund, is they haven't been great. I'm pretty sure they've not won the league. I could be wrong. And they still have Sancho, and they still have Haaland. So, I mean, for realism, it confuses me a little bit. But I suppose that's the scenario. These things happen. But they still have their 2 superstars. You'd expect at this stage they wouldn't have them anymore, wouldn't you? You'd expect they'd have moved on. And Jude Bellingham's still there, but doesn't really get game time for them by the looks of it. Arnold wins the ball early there, and... wow, I don't know what they've been doing here. Dortmund, I don't know what they've done here. Kramaric for 1-0. He steadied himself, and it's an absolute thunderbolt. And 1-0. And that was genuinely just a Dortmund mistake. It was just a Dortmund mistake. We won the ball back, played it into Rebic, and then there was just all the room in the world for me to counter. I'm very surprised. Dortmund wide open there. I didn't expect that. Great goal from Kramaric, though. It's now his 13th goal this season. He'll probably be going for the top goal scorer again. You could probably liken him to our Jamie Vardy. Doesn't have the same attributes as Vardy, but is an older striker that scores a lot of goals. The way they're marking Kramaric is unbelievable. But now look at this. They've left Rebic. It's going to be 2. What are they doing? Dortmund are absolutely shocking here at the back. I've got nothing to say, because it's definitely not the sliders. It's the way they're playing. All right, Rebic. It's the way they're playing, but the Croatian dream team here up top have just... look how much space they've given him. You can't do that, Dortmund. You can't. Their defence is all over the shop. We can't get a better start to a game, can you? Rebic in form, in my opinion. 2nd goal now in the Bundesliga. He'll be an happy lad, because his time at Leverkusen has been a little bit up and down, hasn't it? A player I really rate and rate in real life. It's been a bit up and down. I mean, he started his career here with an injury, but I think he is better up top. I think it's his position, playing up top, and I'm happy with him there. Well, Dortmund here will want one back as quick as possible, as they're moving the ball well. I really am liking the idea now of bringing Julian Brandt back. God, I couldn't say that for a second. It is very early in the morning while I'm recording this, to be fair with you guys. My sleep pattern has become non-existent, as they're going to have a corner here. But I really like the idea of it. I think ex-players... do you know who I'd really like to bring back? Let me know what you think. I don't know if we'd be able to do this deal, but Son... I'd love to have Son back again. Imagine that. The year that we maybe go on and win the Champions League and win the league, and we bring Brandt and Son back. Just let me know what you think. I think Brandt's a definite because he's 26 now. He's playing in this Dortmund side that are not achieving what we're achieving. I would say we're probably a bigger side now than them. I know that seems crazy, but in terms of performances and season performances, I'd say we're the bigger side. And I think we could probably, you know, we could coax him back. I think it makes sense. That's great defending there from Hermoso, and then he gives it back, and then he does great defending again. Thank you, Hermoso. They're putting the pressure on now, Dortmund. Amiri, Kramaric. Oh, he's not stupid, is he? He nearly found Diaby, and I tell you now, if he'd have got to Diaby there, we'd be seeing 3-0 here. We'd be seeing 3-0 because the way they've defended in this game, Dortmund, is really... I don't know. I've not seen a team defend like this. I mean, it's nice to see a team have defensive frailties, as that's going to be too easy. Diaby! Oh, wow! Oh, that was close. That was close. Lovely play. Lovely ball in. Maybe he should have nodded it on to Kramaric, but not too far off that. There we go, boys. Half time and 2-0 to the good. And I don't know what's going on here with Dortmund's defence, but there's going to be an inquest back there, I would imagine, because it has been awful at the moment for them defensively, and they haven't got the ball to that man enough. I've not played against too many sides that have been this far wide open defensively as Dortmund have in this game, and genuinely, I'm shocked. I'm shocked how wide open they've been. I thought this would be extremely difficult, and I'm not saying that it's been easy, but it's been easy to get through their defence. Now, it looks like they've tightened up a little bit this second half, and we're going to have to be a little bit more creative, but still we've got the body advantage, and they don't look like they're sure of themselves. Well, it's been a very dull second half so far, and I see no turn in the tide, to be honest with you, because we're not going for it. We don't need to. We're in front. I'm not going to start playing silly football. We're going to have some counter-attacks. They've dominated possession, which is fine. They can have the possession. I'm absolutely A-okay with them having it because they've been so wasteful and they've been so silly at the back. Rebic! Oh, I thought he was slotting that in the top corner. Bane Rebic nearly finished this game off, and how far is that? He's got too much height on it, hasn't he? Way too much height. Well, it makes sense to make the sub. Paulinho coming on up top, and Wirtz coming on for Diaby. Diaby again. I mean, we might try and look at working on his stamina, because he just runs out of it so quickly. Well, good movement now for Dortmund as Julian Brandt makes it into the box, and he's got lovely, clever footwork. But with that defensively sound in there, he's forced backwards. And they're going to keep playing backwards as Haaland plays a terrible pass and Jonathan Tah's going to come away with it. And I can't believe the pass that I've just watched him play. Florian Wirtz now. And we can break away a little bit here. And how much can we break away is going to be the key question. Rebic now. Linking up play lovely. Palacios waited for the run and it wasn't a good ball from him though. Palacios now. We've done really well moving the ball here. Wendell's going to whip that one in. Piszczek just knocks it back to Berkey. We haven't really had much this second half, to be honest with you. Well, lads, what an awful second half of football that was, but I do not mind whatsoever. 2-0 away against Borussia Dortmund, and we did a bit of a Mourinho. We got that lead early on, and I did nothing but just hang on to it. There was a couple of brief moments where maybe we could have got more, but they just did nothing creatively coming forward. They just ran into a brick wall, and yeah, lovely result for us, that. Right, guys, so Wolfsburg are actually sat in 7th, which is impressive. They're having a decent season. They've got a decent team if you look at them as well. Boren had a player I wanted for quite a while. I really wanted to pick him up in this save. We've rotated a little bit. We didn't have much of a choice. These games have come really thick and fast. Hopefully, let's go and get a win against Wolfsburg and make it 3 victories in this episode. Is that correct? Yeah, 3 victories in this episode. I was consulting with myself then. I don't know why I looked over here to consult with myself. There's nothing there but the computer. But yeah, let's hopefully make it 3 wins. I'm not going to lie. I know the snow on the pitch looks pretty rubbish, but I'm really liking the way the snow falls in this year's game. I don't know, it just gives it like a nice effect. But we've got another snowy game for you again now. Another snowy game against Wolfsburg away again. Die Wolf. Okay, it's a bit harsh. Hopefully we'll get a good result. I think they'll do a lot better than Dortmund though. 9 goals this season for Rafael Santos Bor. He's having a decent year there for Wolfsburg, and it's showing. There's no wonder that they're 7th at the moment when they've got a man putting the ball in the back of the net. Well, the renewed partnership of Silas and Kramaric after Rebic and Kramaric has been doing so well. And it'll be a good opportunity for Florian Wirtz here as well. He needs to show himself when he can. Still very young, though. We've got to remember that. Wirtz is still extremely young. So there's not too much pressure on him. Him and Almada are the cams of the future. I do think Diaby, if we did do another season, probably potentially would be off. It's going to be sad to say goodbye to the team, to be honest with you, because I really do like the squad we've built here, and I kind of feel like Wolfsburg are going to score instantly. Stokowski with a brilliant save. Already a bigger threat than when we played against Dortmund. So bear that one in mind. Wendell now has managed to get away, and if I can, I can. I don't know why Kramaric decided to stop running. So we're now a point behind Bayern Munich. That needs to be noted, just a point, but you just can't ease off the pedal in this situation. And now this should be interesting to see what we could do here. Silas, Wamamituga, can he do? He's going to use those runs to his benefit, and then he's going to find Kramaric, who's going to turn the corner and have no options, really. That's the only problems with the wing-backs. You don't really have too many options. Paulinho now, back to Kramaric here, Silas, and I don't know what we can do. I don't know what we could do. Florian Wirtz, maybe? Oh, well blocked. They just had so many bodies back. Well, Stefan puts the ball in there, and Harit goes very close. Nice play. This is a back-and-forth game, this. Kramaric now trying to play through Silas, and they just seem to be cutting out that pass. As soon as we manage to get one of those to go through, you know it's going to be 1-0 Bayer Leverkusen. But at the moment, it's just trying to find that ball. It's just trying to get that one ball to slide through, and then bang, a goal. Wolfsburg will be playing against Dortmund as well soon, which is interesting. I'm intrigued to see who Bayern Munich drop points to this season as well. Hopefully, Borussia Dortmund could do us a favour. I mean, we'd all like to see us win the title ahead of Bayern Munich, obviously. But Borussia Dortmund probably will still have ambitions of trying to win it themselves, as Hermoso does fantastically there, and Stokowski will manage to just wrap up the ball. But yeah, I feel like we could have real ambitions still to win this, and that was awful, although we've got bloody away with it. I don't know how we have. Wendell now on the ball, and his options are limited. I'm going to try and play in Silas. I'm going to get it to him, and no foul called. Okay. Wendell's done fantastically there. He's going to play in Silas. Wamamatuga. Again, though, options are a little bit slack here, and we found ourselves in this position again where we don't have the players. They haven't made the runs, and we're a little bit slack, although Oliver Torres has done brilliantly there. He's going to play it back out to Kramaric, and I didn't want the free kick, to be honest. Oh, is that a penalty? Oh, I'll take the penalty. I'll take the penalty. I thought it was a free kick. I was just about to fire off a shot with Kramaric. But, yeah, if it's a penalty, I'll take that. Kramaric puts the ball down. I don't have a great track record with penos, but let's see what we can do. We'll fire this pretty much top corner, and it's in. It wasn't top corner, but it's in, and that's all that bloody matters. 1-0 Leverkusen. Paulinho now. They've stood off him. Paulinho fires a shot, and well saved by Musso there. Very well saved. They keep standing off players. They're kind of making a few more mistakes than they did early on in the game now, and that's not a terrible shot. The keeper does well, though. Well, we'll whip the corner in. Let's see what we can do. It's not bad corner, Palacios, and another great save from the goalkeeper. That's not too far off there from Palacios, playing that centre mid role. He's just someone who goes under the radar. Brilliant, though. There was a man on the line, though. I do think he probably would have got to it. We'll whip another corner in now, and this could be different. Well, great goalkeeping again. I don't know why I said well so many times, but that'll be half-time, boys. And we're winning 1-0 thanks to the penalty. So this now did beautifully there to hold the ball, and then Torres trying to find Kramaric. It does kind of bounce back to him. He just couldn't get anything on it. And the second half, I'd like more of the same. Just a little bit more freedom towards the back end of that first half. Florian Wirtz now. What can he do? He's made a little bit of room for himself. You can't blame him for trying to pop off a shot there with the room he made himself. Kramaric now plays it backwards. Silas. That's nice play. If it's a good ball in, we could be on for another goal. Musso just collects it nicely. Double sub for us now. We're going to bring on Thiago Almada and Barco. Kramaric and Florian Wirtz coming off. Was tempted to keep Kramaric on, but I like to kind of match load him as much as possible. Just rest him as much as I can, because quite simply, he's basically the first name on the team sheet at every stage. I think he might be our highest. No, he's not. He's our second highest rated player in the team behind Diaby, but he's certainly more effective and brought more to the side than Diaby has. That's nothing against Diaby, but are they going to score straight back here? Well blocked by Palacios. We just get bodies back in this formation, and it really does give me a little bit more confidence defensively. Is Rafa Ball now, though. He's got himself a few goals. I'm also getting the captain's armband, and I must admit, since signing him, he's been a pleasure to have on the squad. He's been very good for us. And then Boer, he's going to play this out wide, and Gundogan now. That wasn't bad footwork from the man, was it? But he's giving it away. Terrible pass. Not what you'd expect from him. And is there a break on here? Palacios now holds up the ball a little bit. He manages to play in Thiago Almada, and he is very dangerous, and an interesting pass from him, although we're going to end up with the ball back. Silas. It's a terrible shot. Should have taken a touch. Well, they've given me the ball back here. I'm very surprised. Silas now. Good touch. Movement. Oh, great bloody save by Musso again. Silas can just make those dainty moves, can't he? And maybe I should have hit it first time in the other corner, the right-hand top corner. Mana there finds Barco. Barco uses the runner as an option. Then Barco tries to lift that towards Silas. Oh, just looping over. Just looping over. He must be wondering how he's not scored in this one, to be honest with you. That is very close. Just didn't drop enough. Well, another corner. Let's see what we can do from it. It's not a bad one. It's going to go up towards Wagnerman. There's a massive mess of players, but we've kind of just got to hold out now. This game is nearly over, and well played, Wendell, and it will be over, and it'll be 1-0 Leverkusen, a very hard-fought away 1-0 victory. We did have chances for more, though, but they had chances as well, and it's not that cold out, so I've decided to wear the full kit as per usual. Right, time to take on Bayerfield. Well, Quick's in the game. We're playing basically one of the strongest sides we can. It's snowing again, and we will beat them 3-1. Diaby getting a goal, Kramaric getting a goal, and Arias getting a goal as well. Decent victory for us. It's what I expect before the transfer window opens. So this is the winter break now. And Bayern Munich play RB Leipzig, I've just spotted. And, oh, have they played it? I think they won. Yeah, they did, damn. Damn, so the table is tight. 42 points for... Oh, no, we're top. We're top. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm blind. I didn't see it, but we are top on 42 points as we go into the winter break, and we are at the halfway stage point now. I don't know. That made no sense, but we are top of the table, boys. We will kick off the January transfer window in the next episode, so leave some comments, leave some feedback. I appreciate you all as per usual. We'll play against Werder Bremen and Stuttgart, I imagine. I don't know if we'll play them, but we might just do the full window in one episode. But I appreciate the support anyway, guys. Thank you very much. If you're new around here, please hit subscribe. It's massive. It helps me. We're growing. With this, we're growing. We're a growing entity. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. See you in the next one.